No cutesy hook and cut to a cute little intro piece today. I've got something in my mind that's a little more serious than your usual lighthearted retro gaming fun. You know, I gotta tell you something right now. This whole Jirard the Completionist thing, I think right now there's not a man, woman, or child that even has a tangential interest in video games, retro games, or computer entertainment that hasn't heard the entire story by now. I mean, let's face it, between the two videos, the multiple videos that Karl Jobst and SomeOrdinaryGamers put out doing all the investigative journalism and the fact-finding and the releasing of information, there's really a complete picture of this situation readily available and clearly based on the statistics seen by everyone. Everyone at this point knows that Jirard is a bad person who did bad things and shouldn't be welcomed back into our world, that is, of content creation. Everyone has made up their mind, even those who tend to disagree with the conventional wisdom here. There's nothing more that you can really add to this story that's going to either change people's minds or fundamentally make this a more informed populace. And that's why I find it obnoxious that every time I go to my YouTube feed, I get drowned in a sea of shit takes and pile-on videos talking about Jirard this, Jirard that, and that's what it is. It's not adding anything new to the public discourse. Now, I've seen this happen before. This is not a new phenomenon. People have absolutely gone and just absolutely beaten a horse until it's beyond dead and then flogged it some more when something really wacky happens in the world. But this time, it just seems like it's particularly chronic, this issue, and I'm just seeing content creator after content creator going up and abandoning what they do well or not so well and just go to an all Jirard format. And I have to wonder to myself, at some point, do you not think to yourself, is there not a different motive other than just informing the populace? Do these content creators really think that they're finding people that haven't heard the story yet or haven't formed an opinion? Or is this just an easy way to make some extra cash in albeit pretty lazy manner? Well, that's for you to decide. I'm just spouting some opinions here and talking about the issues in play. Here's what I did. I went on YouTube and I did it. I searched on Jirard the Completionist, and my goodness gracious, that scroll bar was just absolutely it never ended. It was infinite. I could have probably scrolled for days. There are thousands of content creators that have felt the need to make their own Jirard is a terrible, horrible person videos. And I get it. By the way, let's be clear. I'm not defending the guy. I've had family members that have lost their lives to dementia. So ripping off a dementia charity, yeah, no, not cool with me. There's no defense here. But at the same time, I just want to watch videos about video games once in a while. So it just kind of fatigues me. And I'm wondering if maybe you guys are starting to feel the same thing. Are you starting to feel the Jirard fatigue? Here's a few examples, okay? And this is not me trying to start beefs with any content creators whatsoever. I'm just literally pulling up the first 3 channels who were suggested to me when I said, yes, I would like some more Jirard the Completionist content. I don't have enough in my diet. So we're going to go through one by one, and I've got some comments because it's kind of interesting, I think, when you look at it from this perspective. I'm going to start by this channel here, Smash JT, 20,000 subscribers, and my goodness gracious, Smash is he's just gone to pretty much an all Jirard format lately, and I gotta tell you, again, here's the thing, I'm not trying to call this guy out, because at the end of the day, give the devil his due, these videos bring the hits. So here we look, most of his recent videos, again, are Jirard related, but if you look at something here, there's a few points I want to make. His occasional videos that aren't Jirard related, like E3 has been canceled forever from 8 days ago, 713 views. Massive leak talking about the recent Insomniac leak, 5.3 thousand views. But all these other videos, have gone well into the 5 figures in terms of views. Oh, here we go. 2 days ago, a Sony video, 2,000 views. So clearly, I can't really directly take fault with Smash JT. Clearly, this is someone who's just got some bills to pay, and it's very, very easy traffic. Now, before anyone jumps in their comments and comes after me, let me make something very clear. I'm not a monetized channel. I'm an infant. I'm a newbie here. I stand to make absolutely $0 from this content, so I'm not actually guilty of doing what I'm calling out or critiquing here. I'm just, I guess, in a sense, not being monetized. I have the freedom to talk about stuff like this that perhaps wouldn't necessarily be as appropriate if I was getting paid for these videos. But anyway, going back to Smash JT, one video in particular stands out to me. Not like a sore thumb, but a pair of boobies. That's, of course, the Jirard The Completionist, manipulative and malicious, and it's all that I could do to pronounce that correctly, because those words are right next to 2 barely sheathed boobies with this young lady dressed like an adorable Christmas elf. So clearly, this was a thumbnail chosen with intent. It's clearly not a picture of Jirard. You're clearly supposed to be entranced by the boobies and click, maybe hoping you'll see a little bit more. Now, what's the connection? What's the clickbait? Well, apparently, I guess our good friend Smash JT was just F5ing Twitter all day long, looking for any little tiny detail or nugget on this story, and found out that someone he collabed with 10 years ago, who was a very famous cooking content creator with millions of followers, did something with Jirard, made a video, and chimed in when asked her opinion, and of course came in very much in the anti-Jirard category, and that was basically it. And so Smash JT said, I smell some money here. I smell some ad revenue. So, of course, we get the salacious picture of this young lady, and, of course, the title, Jirard The Completionist is not a good person. Golf claps, by the way. That is your Virtue Signaling Points award of the day from It's All Duggan Games. And there you go. 28,000 people clearly were swooning over that thumbnail, and maybe they were hoping they'd see more. I think that's probably what the clickbait was there. But nonetheless, I mean, come on. This is what I have to see on YouTube, even if I'm not searching for Jirard The Completionist. It's just all over my page. Now I'm going to look at another channel here. We're going to look at a couple, and here's one. Let me be very clear, this is not a criticism of this particular creator, just an interesting observation. This is Player Essence, has about 115,000 subs. Just based on how professional and nice looking this page is, I'm sure this is an outstanding content creator. Never met this fella, don't know much about him. So again, there's no negative energy here, but I want to make this observation. Player Essence couldn't resist the clarion call and decided to jump into doing a Jirard video. But look at what's striking about this. When I look at, the most recent videos that this creator had for you, 3 days ago, Jirard video, 82,000 views. By simply putting up the classic flames with the Jirard, and this is terrible, and Jirard The Completionist situation is out of control and terrible, compared to the average view counts that this creator's content has gotten, and it's a clear contrast there. And so again, if anything, I guess I kind of have to compliment Player Essence for seeing that, hey, there's some easy traffic to be gained by just simply slapping Jirard on a thumbnail, calling him a naughty boy for about 10 to 20 minutes, and collect your cash, sir. So I guess congrats for getting the bag on that, and then finally, here's one last example here that I thought, actually, I kind of had to giggle when I realized that this channel was recommended for my anti-Jirard needs. Red Cow Arcade. Now, I'm actually familiar with this channel because I'm also a fan, and I'm also I'm very fond of James Wolfe, the angry video game nerd, and of course Cinemassacre, his content creation empire, if you will, and Red Cow Arcade. And I'm going to try and be as charitable and fair as I can here. Is a channel that it really is kind of basically just dedicated to whip up drama and criticism and smashing James and anything connected to Cinemassacre. As you can see here, the most recent videos where AVGN editor speaks out, AVGN editor rage quits, why Mike Matei quit, and now they decided to delve in though. The completionist charity issues, even a channel that's dedicated to be obsessed about someone else. They just, I got to tell you, you guys, you cheated on AVGN there. You cheated on him. You couldn't help it. It was too delicious, too delightful, and it did get you 8,000 views in 5 days. So I guess that's something. That's probably a little bit above average from what I see their typical traffic is. Yeah, here you can see, the completionist 8.2 versus significantly less for a lot of the other things that they're typically doing. So another case, can't necessarily put a lot of negative energy on them, but it's still just almost kind of depressing. And that's my final thought here today. Is my fault really here with the content creators that see what people are watching and then deliver it to them, even though it's devoid of any kind of meaningful value whatsoever? Or is it really kind of more of a sad commentary of where we are as society, where we're just looking for junk food content and we're looking to be in a position as people where rather than do our own thinking or live our own lives, we love the idea of hearing that someone's a bad person, and now we collectively pile on and see who can be more angry at them for longer and virtue signal and show the world how angry we are at bad people. Maybe that makes us feel good. Maybe that makes us feel good about ourselves. But it's very telling. I mean, those are real view counts. They're not bots. That represents people that really want to spend their time being outraged at outrage for outrage's sake. But you know what? I mean, these are mostly all gaming channels or channels, adjacent to gaming. Why can't you just make content about video games? And folks, why can't you just enjoy content about video games? Why do we have such a need to just constantly tear each other down? Again, yeah, I get it. Jirard's a bad fella. There deserves to be consequences for him, but that's it. We see the problem, we recognize it, and then let's move on back to video games. I guess that's all I had to say today, but I felt the need to say it because I feel like I'm the only person saying it. Everyone else is just reposting the same things, hoping to get a few bucks off of it. That's all I got to say for now. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you agree with me or if you don't agree with me, let me know in the comments below. If you like the cut of my jib and maybe you're willing to check out some of my other content, please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on It's All Duggan Games.